the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be going to Cleveland. And this is going to be a very good game. AFC North, prime time. The Browns still don't have the quarterback, but they're trying to prepare the team with a decent record. Until then, Jacoby Brissett has not played well. And this Browns defense itself has been very lackluster, given how much talent is on it, especially young guys coming in, stepping in. The Browns should have, much like the Packers, a top 10 defense. And yet this year, both of those two units have massively underperformed. I blame it at large to coaching, scheme, discipline, and a little bit of injuries play a role in that as well. So going to this game, the Bengals are only favorites at 0.5, so half a point. I'm a little bit surprised, but this should be a close, good game, given what's at stake here and how well these teams know each other. J. Ray, who do you have taking this matchup?
Cincinnati has been riding high. Joe Burrow coming off of probably the best game of the season of his season, just this past week, nearly 500 yards passing, if I'm not mistaken. Dude went absolutely crazy, and I think Cincinnati's rolling. But walking into Cleveland on Halloween, this is a spooky one. I can see the Cleveland Browns taking this one. I think Cleveland is a lot better than what we thought they were going into the season. And while their 2-5 record doesn't exactly show you how good they are, games against Baltimore losing 23-20, right there. Games against the Chargers losing 30-28, right there. Games against the Falcons 23-20, right there. Their season could be totally different if they just had another quarterback under the helm. And guess what? We're getting closer to that. We're getting closer and closer to seeing that. I think this is the week. I think Cleveland pulls this one out. I think Cincinnati's still good. I just think this is one of those games where you're just feeling so confident. You ride in there high, and you just get slapped in the mouth because you think you got it, and you don't. So, yeah, I'm going to roll with Cleveland. I think it'll be a close one.
No. Nope. The Bengals are not losing to the Cleveland Browns on Monday night on Halloween, like you said, Justin. Thank you for reminding us. I didn't even realize it. Talking about scary things, the offense of the not Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals have looked very scary. They're starting to click. Since that first game that he had against the Steelers early in the first game of the season, Joe Burrow has been absolutely phenomenal. I think he's only thrown one interception, if I'm not mistaken.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at BestStamp. When it comes to sports betting, BestStamp is changing the game. You want to maximize your return, and with the BestStamp app, all you have to do is download it and sign up on their different affiliate sportsbooks, and you can see all the best odds given straight to you in one single place. The visual tools are very helpful, and by the end of the year, you can use it for accounting. You can get all the analytics that you'll need so that you can bet like a pro. Be sure to use our referral code at WISEGUYS, WISEGUYS. Thank you to BetStamp for supporting us, and as always, back to the show.
I don't think Cincinnati can really. I know they can afford to lose this game, but I don't think they really should, because you got to keep this hot streak going. You don't want to have this bump in the road where you lose to Cleveland and then you're coming off a little bit lower of morale. One thing that has been phenomenal for the Cincinnati team still, and I brought this up a couple weeks ago, and it's still true because they've gone through the last couple weeks. This defense has yet to allow a touchdown in the second half. That's big time. That's championship material right there. So yeah, I'm going with Cincinnati. I think, and listen, I picked Joe Burrow to be my MVP this season. I know he's not getting talked about like Josh Allen, like Patrick Mahomes, and even Jalen Hurts to a little bit lesser of extent now. But listen, Joe Burrow is balling. And if he keeps this up, he's going to be in that conversation still. So who they say going to beat the Bengals? No, they're not.
Last week,
you said that
I
last
had the
week
Falcons taking
and
it.
they lost.
Who are the Bengals beating?
Don't worry
The
about
Falcons,
that.
the Saints, the
Yeah.
Dolphins in the primetime game Tua was knocked
You're not
out
allowed
of.
to use that. You're not allowed to use that argument.
The Jets with
You're not
Joe
allowed to use that
Flacco.
argument. You're not allowed to use that argument. You know why? Because you said that the Philadelphia Eagles are a championship team, and look at their schedule too.
Sure, but the Eagles were convincingly handling those games. The Bengals have allowed a lot of these teams to come back into matchups. Burrow was phenomenal last week, and really for Cincinnati, we know what they're capable of. Offensively, it's probably the most explosive unit in the league outside of Miami. And with Burrow, I think it might be more explosive. Defensively, DJ Reader may not be back this week off of IR, which he has been on the last couple of weeks. And Trey Hendrickson, best player in that defense's status, is unknown at this current point. The Bengals are going to have a real test this week. If they win this game, they're going to win 11, 10 games this year at least, probably 12. But if they lose this one, it changes everything in this division. Like you said, I think it was you, Justin, the Browns right now could have a much better record. Like any team in this AFC North, it's going to be very tight, and it's going to be down to the last wire for all of these squads. One single play can be the difference between the Steelers being 4-3 or 5-2 or being 2-5. For Cleveland at this current point in time, it's the same exact thing in recent weeks with both of their lineups, the offense and the defense, both of their units just not playing as well as they did to begin this season. I had the Bengals taking this game. I think it's going to go down to the fourth quarter, and Joe Burrow will make some of the timely throws. And hey, maybe he'll get himself into that MVP conversation if he's not already creeped into that.
You guys don't like taking these upsets, man. I love the upsets. Like I said, I got to stick with Cleveland here. I think I did decent on my pick'em this week too. So
you did.
I was the one literally last segment just saying that the Packers could win. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but did you pick the Packers to win?
You know what? I will pick the Packers to win. How about that?
Jesus.
Put them in your pick'em for me.
No, time out. I will put it in the pick'em. And see, time out. You say, you come at me and you say, oh, you guys don't have the balls or the courage or conviction to put it on. I just put it on me, and then you just started laughing. So you can't have it both ways, all right? I'm putting my stock. The Packers and Aaron Rodgers are going into Buffalo Sunday night on Hallows Eve, and guess what? The Bills are not going to get a treat. They're going to get tricked because Aaron Rodgers is going for I'm not going to go that far, but they're going to win the game, right? How about that?
Have you guys ever seen that commercial of this group of friends, these young friends, and they're running away from like this serial killer, and they go hiding behind the chainsaws instead of the car? Yeah, that's going to be the Packers.